What's happening, all you minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and join me today for an overview of The Girl from the Other Side, Deluxe Edition, Volume 1 from 7 Seas Manga. Let's get this started. And welcome back, everybody. So here is The Girl from the Other Side. Oh boy. The subtitle is Siúil, Rún, which is, I believe, an Irish saying. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but this is Volume 1. This is the Deluxe Edition Volume 1. And, oh my gosh, I had no idea what to expect. I got this confused with Magus Bride manga, so that's how out of tune I am with most current manga. Anything before 1999, I'm your guy. The newer stuff, what? I feel so out of tune. But I decided to check this out just on a whim. I saw that they were releasing a beautiful deluxe edition. And before anyone asks, here's a comparison to other deluxe editions from different publishers. We have Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition from Viz. And then, of course, Berserk, the deluxe edition from Dark Horse. So it is closer to the size of that of the Full Metal editions. It's obviously a little bit thicker. Let's take a closer look. But I mean, in comparison to Berserk, Berserk is huge. It's massive compared to this. Also, this has a flat spine, whereas Berserk has the round spine. Speaking of spine, here's what the spine looks like with The Girl from the Other Side. This is the subtitle, Siúil, Rún. I'm sure I'm butchering that. And Nagabe is the writer and artist with an image here. Same image you find on the front. Deluxe Edition Volume 1 from 7 Seas. The back has this little flower, and this is a sticker. You can peel off that ISBN. The front showing the two characters, Teacher and Shiva. Now, before we crack this open, I want you to take a note on how beautiful this is. This is all embossed, and it's in this gold foil. And the gold is just found everywhere, including the flower back here, with this beautiful image of the characters on this faux leather. No dust jacket. Okay, now we're going to crack this open and talk about the plot without going into spoilers. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes, because for anybody that has read this, you already know what exactly can he say about this book. But let's see what I can do. Now, this is done in the traditional right-to-left Japanese format. There's some crowns right there. We do have some color pages. The book, by the way, retails for $42.99. And this particular volume has 534 pages. So you have color images like this. And then the chapters and where you're going to find each of the chapters, what pages. So each chapter, most of the time, has color pages. But this is what the artwork looks like. And of course, the black and white. Very detailed, very eerie. Don't know exactly what's going on. And I think that's done on purpose, especially when you're looking into the woods. Like, are you looking at something in the woods or not? So let's talk about this story. What can I say about this story? So, I mentioned the two characters. There's Teacher, this particular beast right here. This anthropomorphic, demonic-looking creature. And this is Shiva, this little girl. And both of them are not supposed to be together. The basic story is all about Shiva and how she is abandoned in this forest. Now, there is a conflict in this particular world between the creatures and the humans. The humans are known as the insiders, and the creatures are known as the outsiders. And the rule is that you can never touch an outsider, because that's how they become outsiders. You get touched by an outsider, it's almost like a disease. It spreads through your body and it changes you into these creatures. And that's pretty much the plot of the story, is like a slice of life, if you will, and how both of them are managing to live with each other. It's a very unique manga. Hell no, you know what? It's a very unique story. It's one that I think, I have read before in the past, but in different ways. This is one where you have two kinds of people coming together and try to live together but you don't know what the outcome's going to be. You don't know how long she's going to be with teacher. And then you have the outside world, outside of this cabin, outside of this area where they live. Because she keeps mentioning how she's waiting around for her auntie. Her auntie. And her auntie apparently just got up and left one day, and she told her she would be back. She still hasn't come back. Now, teacher has his own thoughts about the aunt, like whether it's really her aunt, or whether she's actually coming back or not. Now, you do get to find out that there are other people outside of this cabin, outside of this little forest. There are humans, and they all live in kind of bigger towns surrounded by these woods. They're not afraid of the outsiders. Like, they are afraid of going close to them and getting touched by them, but they're not afraid like, oh no, it's demons. No, they will fight and kill them if they have to. So they kind of suspect that Shiva is an outsider now. So one day she decides to get up and go and find her aunt, who told her she would be back one day. So now teacher has to get up and find her. Not only that, but then she has to confront the humans. Like, there's some really dramatic scenes in here. And honestly, I think while this is a book for, I would be okay with my 10-year-old and 13-year-old reading this. There are a little bit of probably teen stuff in here that I wouldn't really recommend to a 10-year-old. But that's what this is. I mean, there's also the whole problem with outsiders, right? Like, you have an outsider come in, and does she get touched by this outsider? What ends up happening to you if you get touched? And how close is teacher to her? What is this little girl to teacher? Was he a human being before he became this creature, or had he always been a creature? Why is he dressed so suave? So again, these are some of the color pages right here. So the first 3 tankobons are collected in here. And that is adorable. There are extras, like, at the end of each of the tankobon, so at the end of each big book, like these little extras right here, that features some of the characters that you'll see throughout the book. And that's pretty much it. So this deluxe edition is volume 1. I believe there's going to be a total of 4 of them, collecting all 11 volumes of the tankobon, plus the extras, in this beautiful format. This is all I can say about this series. I mean, it's a fantastically unique story. I don't want to just say it's a unique manga. It's a unique story. One, like I mentioned, you may have seen before, just in a different format, though, and with a different spin on the stories. So, it's about curses, 2 people living together, and even though they're not family, they're showing love for each other, and what they're willing to do to make sure that each other is okay. The book is printed in this thick matte paper. Reminds me of the paper stock that they use in Berserk. Let's look at this binding. So it is sewn binding, and that's what the eye looks like right there. And yes, as far as the artwork, I love it. It's confusing, and I think that's the point. Are you supposed to be looking at the forest, or are there actual silhouettes in there of outsiders or insiders, humans, or is it her aunt that's keeping an eye on her? Are there ghosts? What exactly is going on? So you might be a little bit lost, but I think that's part of all of this journey. I'm excited to read the rest of this. This came to be a pleasant surprise for me. But that is The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe from Seven Seas. That, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this book, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this deluxe edition. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been reading this series, if you've never checked it out, if you got the original tankobon, what you thought of the story, and if you, just out of curiosity, anybody out there saw the anime. I still haven't. I hope to watch it one day, but man, did I fall in love with this. So I will be picking up the other 3. So any questions, leave your questions down below. Thoughts, comments, whatever you want to leave. Comment section. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.